Hello, everyone. You're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host, Indranil. Uh, Today, we have Royal Challengers Bengaluru versus Chennai Super Kings. But this is not fair because in North India, in East India, got a little bit of rain. Uh, we are really looking forward to some rainfall here because it's been really hot. It's touching 50 degrees centigrade. And in the place where it's not supposed to rain, of course, they also struggle a lot with the heat waves and all, everything. Bangalore, Chennai, you name it. But rain is not required there. There's a rain threat looming large in that part of Bangalore. What a moment it'll be. Virtual semi-final. Or probably quarterfinal to get into that last four. Very interesting game. MS Dhoni versus Virat Kohli, and lot is at stake to see how things uh, take shape. Uh, of course, we're expecting a 20 over each side match. Hopefully, it'll happen. Uh, Joining us today, we have Mr. Archiman Bhaduri, Shakya Mitra. Gentlemen, welcome. Rain, go away. Da, 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 da. I mean, come on, we don't need rain. We need rain here in this part of India, North India. It's really, and because of elections and all that, it's heating up so much. 25th is we are going to cast our vote in Delhi. So it's really hot, steaming hot. If you have to have a bath, you have to have it early in the morning. You can't just wait for the day to, especially at noon. It's really tough. Drink a lot of liquid, a lot of water, a lot of everything. But there's a lot of water over there in Bangalore itself. Ochida, your thoughts? Today's match.
Yes, the IPL is turning out to be the anti-climax in the most climatic scenarios. It's when you need actions, when you need that all uh, ups and downs, everything is there
True.
in the script. But the problem is you are not been able to shoot actually. So the for the last few matches it is happening. So and there is a real threat over Bengaluru match also today, and. Already, although my friends in Bangalore told me that in the morning the sun is out, but in the evening the forecast is not very good. So we can. I don't think that at least a 20 over match will happen, but we'll always keep our fingers crossed for at least 5 over match at least, so that can happen because in a situation like this where people like Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni are involved, and the winner will go make it there. So the script has all the dramatics involved. So you have to wait for it, and we all want to see how it is there. So I think they too also want it badly to happen. So everything
Yeah.
should be there out in the middle, in the fields. Everything should be there, decided over there, and not on the mathematics table. So who has done that and who has done that? So that should not be the case in sports at least. But unfortunately, I will say that RCB had taken it too deep or too late. They had kept it for too late, and that's why they are in such a position. Had they come back, made this comeback 1 or 2 match before, things would have been different for them. But after this amazing run, it's a dream run for them. The way they came back, it's very sad
True.
if they have to go out due to weather conditions.
I mean, Shakya, market force is saying it's got to be RCB because that will help the tournament. We will watch Virat Kohli in the playoff. And what you can't get better than that for the IPL. For big money spinner, Virat Kohli qualified to play T20 forever. As long as he plays T20. He's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, I mean it's a big game. RCB needs to go forward. And then now, I mean, I don't know. It's a stroke of luck that MS Dhoni, even people have a huge following over there as far as MS Dhoni is concerned, and everyone wants to watch MS Dhoni. So either of them could go. So which one
Yeah.
will you prefer?
Look, the history of the IPL would always fancy CSK because
Yeah,
CSK has won the IPL 5 times. They have a good history playing knockout matches. But Bangalore
yeah,
is playing at home. Bangalore is playing at home. And if Bangalore goes on to qualify, it will be one of the best comebacks in the history of the IPL because they had won just one of their first 8 games. And as far as the rain goes, a shortened match might favor Bangalore because it because their batting is their stronger suit. And but yes, I mean, what from what I'm hearing, rain holds a very serious threat today, and one of the two will have to go out. I mean, either MS Dhoni's team will go out or Virat Kohli's team will go out. We are not going to see both of them. But yes, I think Bangalore could have done better in the first half of the tournament. They won't even have been in this situation otherwise. And but yeah, I mean, history, past form, you would say CSK doesn't usually mess up games like this. That said, this is not as strong a CSK side as it was 3 or 4 matches ago. But they've won their last few games. They've found some good players. Simarjeet Singh, the bowler who was out of the scene for nearly 1.5, 2 years, he's come back and become a very good replacement for the bowlers who've been ruled out. So
All right.
yeah, I mean, CSK, it's a tight match, but I think the big match experience of CSK will be handy. Though again, a shortened game might actually benefit Bangalore because of the quality of their batting.
All right. We'll see that how it goes. But it's how amazing Orchida. I mean, Chennai. I mean, as Shakir rightly pointed out, till like middle of the tournament, they were like they can't put a foot wrong, and then they started losing few matches, lost to back-to-back matches to Lucknow Super Giants, where they actually lost a lot of momentum, and they got exposed because they have a paranoid dependence on Shivam Dubey to do all the bulk of scoring and all bulk of hitting the ball, and Rahane not scoring, still backing Rahane because they have created a picture, that they back their players no matter what. But this is getting too much, isn't it? Uh, so, and how RCB, I mean, they were nowhere in the scene in the middle of the tournament, then they picked themselves up, and how important it is to peak at the right time. You see, Rajasthan Royals peaked quite early, and now they find themselves in a spot of bother because they're going down the barrel because you have to keep climbing. So you that keep improving. That is it. You just don't
Mhm.
stop improving, and that's what
that,
cricket
that,
is all
that
about.
that's the that's always a problem with a long tournament like a IPL. You have 2 months, and you have to actually not only play games, you have to also
Uh,
travel so much. There is
uh,
such a cramped schedule, so it actually hurts your body also, no doubt about that. Means
mm.
maybe the playing part is small, but there is so much associated with it. It is not only with playing also, because you have to have brand promotional things and other things. They have lots of things going behind the scenes also, and you have to cut it to those also. So it is very difficult. Means you have to focus on the game as well as other aspects, your marketing responsibilities and everything that you have to do. So picking up at the right time is very important in IPL. That is very important. And otherwise, means or else you start with a bang like KKR. What KKR did, they start with
Oh,
such a bang, and they
show
took a
dominance.
yeah. They took such a huge lead initially that it's very difficult to catch up. And all the teams have actually played the catch up games with KKR after that. So either you do that, you just destroy the opposition in the very initial stages and create a aura or something like that, so that the opposition will, whenever will come against you, they will have to plan doubly good. They have to do about it. All like what RCB did. RCB really did what they picked up a bit late, and I think that's because of Virat Kohli. Means that is an amazing character, no doubt. That guy opening the innings and leading from the front from the very first ball. That's very important. Means every time you are seeing Virat Kohli, he is getting runs. You might always argue about his strike rate and everything, but you have to understand one thing, that he is giving you that platform. So what was the problem was that nobody else could have utilized on that platform. That is the main problem, and one of them is because of Glenn Maxwell not firing this time. So what they had thought is that Fap and Virat would have set the platform, and Glenn Maxwell will utilize that platform. But as Glenn has not been fired, so Virat had to carry on. Virat might have gone better, but he couldn't do that because he know that later half the batters are not firing that much. So all these things came into their game, I think. But yes, it's true that they could have done a better job initially, when at the initial stage.
All right, cricket calling, cricket calling. Hello, hello. Whatever. But coming back to Virat Kohli, almost reaching 8,000 runs in IPL, which is, oh my God, I can't imagine someone scoring. Look at the numbers. He needs a good 50, I mean, it's not 100 and 250 matches. Look at the average. Strike rate could be better. Of course, we've been talking about it, and he doesn't like that we talk about his strike rate all the time. What is your problem? Virat would say, Mr. Basuda, you always. I mean, everyone. I mean, he's sort of attacked everyone. But how Virat Kohli's fortune has changed. I mean, how do you see Virat Kohli? I mean, the way he plays so freely for his franchisee. Does he just do the same when he's playing for India? Shakya, your thoughts?
No, I think he plays. I think he plays very much the same way for both India
All right,
and
all right.
RCB. I think when he was going through a slump in 2022, it was reflecting in his form for both club and country. Unfortunately, I think the fact that he's never won an IPL title is something that weighs heavily on him. And he had that incredible season in 2016, which ended up in Bangalore not winning. And prior to that, he had a very, very good World T20. So Virat is, there's no question about the quality of Virat, but he's never won an IPL title, and that will hurt him. He's not won a World Cup in his peak. He was there in the 2011 World Cup, of course, but then that was not Virat Kohli, the Virat Kohli we've known, that has become to be Virat Kohli. So, yeah, I mean, in the beginning of the tournament, it's not entirely true that Virat Kohli was having to shoulder the batting on his own. Dinesh Karthik was playing very well in the initial
You won
stages
matches
of
also.
the IPL.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah, Dinesh Karthik was playing well, but yes, unfortunately, the failures of Maxwell and Cameron Green and even Patidar didn't start the tournament well, was holding them back. Dinesh Karthik, in fact, I feel if Dinesh Karthik was utilized better by RCB, they might have won some of the matches that they lost, and that might come back to haunt them. But also their bowling, they were not decisive about their bowlers either. Um, let's see what happens, because I don't know what the result today is going to be, because Will Jacks is not available today, and Will Jacks has been one of the crucial,
Firepowers. Yeah.
crucial pillars who have been behind this rejuvenation of the RCB side. You could argue, why was Will Jacks not playing in the beginning of the tournament? Um, Also, looking forward to next year as well, they need to also kind of look at who they keep, who they retain. There's some big decisions which need to be taken there. But yeah, for the moment, I think the focus will be on today's game. Let's hope for everyone that the game takes place. And you don't want rain to become a factor. And RCB, who have come back so well, they don't want to be denied by rain. And the same
That's what I'm saying. Everyone is keen to see RCB. So we are like, as a team, as a Virat Kohli, because the same team, Virat is going to play the World Cup T20. It's amazing how he does it. But does it actually matter, Urshida, when you look at Virat Kohli, the character? Is he happy scoring his own runs, or is he not happy that this team doesn't win? His runs come sort of, they are not handy for his team. Last 16 years, you have seen that. He's not lifted a tournament. He's won matches, but winning matches is nothing. Winning tournaments is everything, in my opinion. So, and not my opinion, everyone's opinion. So, do you see the players actually bother when they lose? Is it a cricket mostly an individual driven kind of game it has become because of so much of obsession with stars, star worshipping culture we have. Your thoughts on that? I mean, do you actually see the because earlier generation when they lost matches, when we played, when team would lose, we'll feel bad, right? But do you think that culture has changed? Because after matches, I've never seen many hurt faces. The owners are more hurt than the players. What I'm trying to say.
No, it's true.
And ask LSE owner, he'll tell you more.
This thing happens but this is actually across all sports, I will say. Means when Argentina was playing the World Cup, we are all saying that Messi should win a World Cup. But Messi will not win the World Cup. The Argentina will have to win the World Cup. Then only Messi will win the World Cup. But
Yeah,
all the fans are saying that Messi should win the World Cup. So it's same more or less like that. That Virat should win an IPL. But Virat alone cannot win the IPL. The RCB has have to win the IPL. So that is the
but
criteria.
Virat
But
thinks he can win it alone. He has done
that
it
that is
also,
that is true. That is true. He thinks he can. But I think
but he has
this
not
thing
won.
he has not won, and I think this thing hurts the players also. That's no doubt about it. There, whatever might be the individual brilliance and all the records they have scored, but at the back of their mind, I think they will always think that I have not touched the IPL trophy. That will always hurt. I know I have talked to Saurav Ganguly a number of times, and I have always found that he is very sad that he couldn't win the World Cup for India in spite of making the final. So these things always there in their back of their mind. It will remain as no doubt they will speak their about their own performance, about their own feat and everything. But at the band of the mind, it's a team game, and winning as a team, there's nothing. The feeling is nothing like winning as a team. So I think Virat might be happy in one aspect that yes, he has done his job, no doubt about that. But at the same time, he should be, and I am sure he is also that he had not been able to be has been able to touch the IPL trophy so far, in spite of doing so good for so long. So that is, I think, that thing will remain in him, no doubt about that.
Well, we'll see what happens. But MS Dhoni, probably we'll see him, or we'll not see him for the last time. We'll see for more of MS Dhoni in the playoff. Who knows what is in store? But if match doesn't happen, Chennai automatically walks into the playoff stages as the fourth team. What a competition! I mean, then there'll be few matches we'll decide uh, the second and third position. I mean, it's still not confirmed who is second. We know KKR is first. So, what's the scenario like for you, Shakya? How do you see
So
the team being placed?
Indranil, I'll say one thing. If Chennai comes second, I think every other team should be scared because Chennai at that stage of the competition is lethal. I mean, that's why they have won five
That's true.
IPLs before this. And I remember in 2015, Mumbai Indians were all you
Yeah, I
till the
know.
last
Lost
match.
six, seven matches
Yeah,
in a
till the
row.
last match, we were not sure if Mumbai Indians would qualify. And then they beat Hyderabad away. And Hyderabad was a good side then.
Yeah.
And they came in the qualifier one and they just steamrolled everyone from there on.
Yes.
And
I
this
remember
is
beating
2015.
Chennai in the final in Eden
Yeah,
Gardens
beating Chennai
in
in the
Ochida
final.
stuff. Yeah.
And here also, Chennai. I mean, let's say this. I mean, Chennai qualify, get into the qualifier eliminator. That's going to be that is there. But if they get into the first qualifier, I think that's probably what the other franchises will not want to see, because Chennai, if they get two shots or even one shot to qualify for the final, they'll be a very dangerous side. But as it stands, I don't think that there's a good chance that might not happen because Hyderabad is playing Punjab at home, and Punjab doesn't have a lot of players available. Then there's also Kolkata, Rajasthan. So Chennai has a chance to come into the top two, but it's not in their hands. But
All right.
again, fantastic. Again, Chennai. I think it's merited. I think Chennai coming into the top four is coming into the top four. If they come into the top four, is merited. At the start of the tournament, I was speaking to you when I had put I had put Chennai and LSG amongst my four qualifiers. So of course I'm aware. I'm not. I think LSG. I think the results are what they are. But yeah, I mean Chennai should probably make it to the qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, we actually can't predict. Ochida, in a movie where there is Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, do you guarantee you'll get a success? And Mumbai Indians is the best case example. They had all the Khans. Still, they had to bite the dust. I mean, the way they lost it, my God, they
Yeah,
absolutely disjointed. I mean, you saw the owner's face and all that yesterday. Uh, they had absolutely they have no clue as to what is happening. I mean, absolutely clueless team. I know Mumbai has always done badly in one season, particular season. Next season, they have come back strong. And Rohit has been at the helm of all the power. We know Rohit was offered uh, uh, I mean, he was told to step aside. He didn't do it. And then he was forcefully told to, sort of forcefully removed as a captain. A lot of senior players like Surya Kumar Yadav protested, but silent protest, whatever. I don't think they have that kind of guts. But eventually, what happened? You lost all the games which were important to you. Absolutely disjointed. So worrying for Team India that these two
No doubt,
guys, four
no
players are
doubt.
going in the World Cup. They'll carry this energy. I mean, how will Rahul drive it? It's a huge, humongous task for them. I mean, how will they carry this forward to build a team? We are not looking like a team. Forget the performances. Performances can happen. It can go up and down in T20. But the mutual respect, the mutual uh, sort of the involvement, the involvement, the mutual uh, sort of coordination. You know that what do you call it? What's the word? When you trust each other, the trust factor, the respect, the trust. So that is missing completely. And how will and one is that next in the next time they are playing together, Rohit is captain, he's vice captain, and look at their performances. I'm really worried. I mean, I know Hardik Pandya has done well, Rohit. They are all proven players, but when you fight and want to play a game, I don't think it can never work. You have to have a peace of mind. Your body has to be rest. Your system, your digestive system, you have to be injury free. You can't have a worry and play a cricket. You can't have a quarrel. You can't have a fight and then go and play a cricket. We saw what happened to Saurav Ganguly when he had that spat with Greg Chappell, then coach of India. So you can't do that. You have to have an absolute peaceful mind because the mind is what controls your game. Mind, the involvement. We want to hit the ball to a desired direction. That involvement will carry you there. If you're involved in that fight, how will you do that? Ochida.
It's very true. Means the way they lost, the way they lost, it seems that nobody has a mind in the game. Means you
Yeah.
can always put up a fight and you can lose in the last over or something. I can understand, but the way they actually, it's more or less like a surrender type of things, and
Yeah.
they have been as if they have resigned to the fact that we'll lose. So it's very appealing to see how these people means one all the stars. They are all the stars of Indian cricket, and the way they are playing, it seems that they don't have the mind in the game. The mind is somewhere else and they are just, their body is just there. It's just some sort
Hmm.
of going through the motion type of thing. So it's
Yeah.
I fail to understand means how can and losing 10 matches of the 14 matches in a tournament. It's even in a, I think in a local club cricket also, I don't see many teams lose 10 matches of the 14 matches like this, and that too with having so many big stars in your team. uh, I failed to understand. I was going through their stats and I found that none of their batters have got to 400 runs. So it is Tilak Verma who has been their highest run getter, and that too is only 416 runs in
Retained.
4.
Retained. Tilak Verma retained. Oh
Like,
yeah.
Tilak Verma.
like that means how can you means back a team where none of them has got even 400 runs in 14 innings? How can you do this? And that means they have went on doing the wrong thing again and again. You can always commit a mistake and then you should sit back. The team management will sit back and have the plans chalk it out. But if you are losing 10 matches, then there is something more to it than just mere mistakes to that. And what you were saying, that can very much a problem. It has a divided dressing room. That is a very big
And,
issue.
and and one more thing, it's involvement and over involvement can also spoil the show.
Yeah, of
You have
course,
to
of
have that
course.
balance.
You have to balance. Huh? You have to leave somewhere that
I
I
think
will
I
not
think
carry
Mumbai
the
Indians
match.
have the most involved team owners in the IPL. They're involved at every level, every decision has to go through them. So that's probably that too much of involvement is also going to spoil the show.
That
Because
is also
you leave it to like Delhi is never won. But Delhi, at least what has happened with Saurav Ganguly coming in, I can tell the audience who's joined in. They have left cricket, the owners have left cricket to the experts to
true.
run the show rather than they getting involved. I've heard stories about how the owners have got in the dressing room and got into a quarrel with cricketers and all that. But then we saw what Rahul did in front of Mr. Goenka. And then Sanjeev Goenka is doing a damage control by smiling.
Uh,
even when
Swing
he's
party.
losing. But damage is done, Guru. Damage is gone.
Exactly.
No, that's very
So
true.
you have to. I think I've spoken to a few cricketers, foreign cricketers in this IPL, and they said, and people who played for Mumbai Indians in the past, they said the owners are too involved in this. But I wonder when the team was doing well, how was the equation? I think equation between captain and the owners is very important. Shakya, if you want to really take it, like we have seen how Shah Rukh Khan from Bombay, Shreyas Iyer from Bombay, and Shreyas is the most experienced captain this time in IPL. Number of matches he has led, and yeah, it's good to have that that feeling of mutual respect, even not within the team, also outside also. When you interact with the owners should, just because you have paid money doesn't make you, doesn't give you the right to talk about the game freely and undermine someone. That's not the right approach. Is it the right approach?
I, I, my experience with Mumbai Indians owners might be about 10 years ago when I was in the IPL and all. And they had not won the IPL then.
Yeah.
At the time I'm talking about. And I could sense, because I've been at the practice sessions where Mrs. Ambani has been there and Akash Ambani has been there. So I haven't talked to them, but I could see there was a determination, there was a fire in them that they wanted to win the IPL, because the first 5 seasons they had not won the IPL. So you could sense that fire, you could sense that desire to win. And of all the franchises, I don't think anyone wants to win as much as Mumbai Indians does. I mean, every
Actually,
franchise
so
wants
that's
to
why the
win.
overall involvement word is coming. Again, here, remember, we're not insulting anyone.
Yeah.
We know people are passionate about their teams. They're paying money. It's their business, their money, their everything. But we have been with the game for ages, and we will continue to be there. So just
So
by and cricket can be blocked. You can't lock cricket in one room and say, okay, play. It doesn't work like that. You have to, jitna khula chodoge, more freedom you give, better it's going to be for the game, for the team.
I think the directive is known. I think the players at Mumbai Indians know that this is there's a culture that has come through. They are expected to win. There was a time that they were winning the IPL once every 2 years.
Yeah,
And now they've not won the IPL for 4 years. So
yeah.
that expectation builds up. They've created a culture of success. They won the IPL five times in 8 years. So some I must be coming. I'm sure at some level this is also because the owners are very demanding, and well, little bit I know they are. I mean, I could see that desire in them whenever I interacted with them, whenever I met them. I won't say I've interacted with them, but what you're talking about, team dynamics, team cohesion. Many years ago, the great Shane Warne, he was on. He was taken off the vice captaincy of the Australian team. He actually wanted the captaincy as well. And Adam Gilchrist, another outstanding cricketer,
Stalwart.
he became the
Yeah,
vice captain. And for many years, Shane Warne and Adam Gilchrist were not friends. They were in the same team. Shane Warne bowled, Adam Gilchrist behind the stumps. But both of them played together, and both of them, they helped create one of the greatest sports teams ever. I mean, and like later on in their lives, when they became commentators and they were in the same commentary box, Shane Warne and Adam Gilchrist became very good friends. So
yeah.
I know what happens is you need to find the right dynamics. I mean, people like Hardik Pandya, they obviously need to be handled with care, and Rohit Sharma has been a long-serving captain. So I think sometimes you just need to handle it with care. But we don't. The Aussie mindset, the Australian mindset is not there. I mean, you don't have to be. Many players are not friends with each other, and then they've still been a successful side. Uh, why does it not happen in India? That's a different matter. But yeah,
I mean, you have to give respect. To get respected, you have to give respect, and only then you get respect. Whatever. But I know we are all passionate to win, but you have to be a good sport. That's what cricket teaches you, to be a good sport. And good sport means you have to take a defeat on your stride, and this is what cricket teaches you. If you're not doing that, it's very very tough. Uchida, before we wrap the show, I want to know your thoughts on uh, Hardik Pandya could be retained as captain next year. Rohit definitely not playing anymore. Yesterday was his last game for Mumbai Indians. We can very clearly sort of announce that. And
No,
then
I think they will retain Hardik, because you have brought somebody with such big a name like Hardik, and he will just
very well said.
chuck him off for just one season. It cannot be. So they must have their plans ready, and if and which is very likely that Rohit is leaving, then they will be rebuilding the team. I think they will be having a new look and have a new approach. Might be also. I am not very sure, but Hardik, they have must have invested Hardik for a long term thinking, and Hardik should be the face, maybe the face of the my team for the coming IPL seasons.
All right, KL Rahul, Shakya, KL Rahul staying on with LSG or joining RCB? That's my info. I did a blog also other day saying that KL is going to play for RCB. They are looking for an Indian captain. You've spoken at length about it. Fab is getting old.
That means LSG will also be looking for a captain if KL goes. I know they have Puran there, but I think they would.
Then they can contact Rohit Sharma, because Sanjeev Goenka and Rohit were in a very happy conversation. Happy.
See, I think Rohit. I think Rohit will. I think Rohit will do well to get a bid in the upper limit of 8 crores. I don't think he'll go beyond that. I don't think you should spend more than 10 crores on Rohit next year in the auction. I think.
But you never know. Rohit might just pack his bag forever.
Yeah, I mean, why not go and play county cricket, because he's doing very well as a test cricketer. But
that's why two coaches, one for the white ball, one for the red ball.
And he's playing very good test cricket. Let's not. Rohit is playing fantastic test cricket. I hope Rohit is a great tour of Australia. But as for Mumbai's retentions, I think I feel Hardik should be retained. But there's that baggage that comes with that. There's Surya, there's Bumrah, and there's Tilak Varma. Now, I feel Tilak Varma should be retained at all.
We have announced that on the show. No problem. But you know what? If you don't retain Hardik, it means you're admitting to the fact that he made a mistake.
Yeah.
By getting Hardik as the captain. That is also there.
But what happens? Do Surya, Bumrah, and Tilak Varma?
Surya is over, I think, after this World Cup. Surya is over after this World Cup.
Then what happens to Bumrah? What happens to Bumrah and Tilak Varma? Because Tilak Varma and Hardik have also had I'm told that all was not well between Tilak Varma and Hardik in this tournament as well. So, and then you might have to retain one or two foreigners as well. So Tim David is there, and maybe Nuwan Thoshara.
We'll see what sort of retention rules are framed.
Is made, but they need to find the best way to keep. They need to keep Bumrah. They need to keep Hardik, Ishan, Kishan, Surya. I mean Surya. I think Surya will be fine. I think Surya's a late bloomer.
Start, when things don't work, even a phone, reboot it. So that's the best way to do it in life.
No, I think Surya.
You're not able to understand reading. Kids who go to school, little lot of pressure. You're not able to get things in right perspective. Just shut it down for a while. Go for a walk. Come back. Yeah. You want to go leave your home saying that I'm going to score tonight, no matter what happens. Scores will never happen. You just go with a free mind. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Don't lock cricket in a room and then tell the kids to play. No, it doesn't work like that. Or cricketers to play. You have to let them have that freeness.
No,
you should have a free mind.
I think if Surya goes to another franchise next year, I think he'll be fine. I think Surya, as I'm saying, he's a late bloomer. I think he'll be fine.
All right, Ochida, your closing thoughts. Tonight's match, CSK versus RCB. Who's going to win?
I only hope the rain doesn't win. I only hope the rain doesn't
win. Truly, we are really anticipating a great contest between bat and ball, and because that field is such, and we talked about the bigger boundaries and all that, Ochida, in the past. It's really affecting the game. So many sixes have been smashed this IPL. Highest number of sixes, which is amazing. So RCB versus CSK tonight. Let's see. Look at the top 11 picks we have today. We have Ruturaj Gaikwad, the one who is going to sort of take care of the reins of already started of Chennai Super Kings, carrying the legacy of MS Dhoni forward. Virat Kohli, Shivam Dube, Cameron Green, Dinesh Karthik, MS Dhoni, Jadeja, Deshpande, Shiraj, Yashta, Lisa. Top 11 picks between Bengaluru and Chennai tonight. What a moment it'll be. These two guys, Dhoni, the legends of Indian cricket, ruling almost for 2 decades. Virat Kohli and 15 years Virat Kohli has been playing. Nearly 2 decades, and MS Dhoni has been around for such a long time. Nearly again, nearly 2 decades. Orchida, thanks a lot. Hope we get a good match today. That's important. Shakya, thanks a lot. And coming on cricket calling. Keep enjoying IPL, the little that we have left with, and see you more tomorrow. We have two double headers, last two league matches of the competition. We hope it will be a crackerjack out for you. Take care and drink a lot of water because it's really hot out here. Bye. Take care.